What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some Idle Heroes. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out with me today. If you liked the video, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button and show your support. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright guys, we're here today on the seasonal server, and if I sound a little tired, it's because I am. that would be why. But just a little heads up in case I do some yawning or whatnot, because there's a possibility, strong possibility it could happen. But today, we're here on the seasonal server to get some stuff done. We've got 107 heroic summons to do. Quite a few branches. We probably won't break into using a lot of those today. I don't really need to yet. If I do need to, obviously I'll use them, but I don't think I will. But the idea today is I initially planned to E3 Faceless. That was the game plan. Get a Faceless up to E3 and then start worrying about the rest of the stuff. But I've been pretty underwhelmed with Faceless performance. Now, I know she's only E1, my Assassin Tech isn't fully maxed, but it's getting up there. Her gear is not super great and stuff like that. I mean, she could be better for sure. But she hasn't really, wowed me at all. I figure, maybe with the update she'd be, maybe more viable in PvE. I'm not really feeling a huge damage boost coming from Faceless, so instead, we're going to E3 Eddga today. If we can. We should be able to. I'm right there on 100% positive, but I don't want to say 100%. We're 99.97% sure. We can get Eddga from 9-star to E3 today, and that's what we're going to do. Try to get our secondary warrior built. We've already got the warrior tech for this guy done. He's rocking some serious HPs right now. Rune's power would obviously be better, but I ain't got that. Ain't got that noise, but that will obviously give us full tech for Eddga, and once you take Eddga to 10, he does change over and start gaining attack from his passives. He doesn't get on his active skill. He also does extra damage to assassins now, which is interesting. We'll see how that pans out. But, first things first, let's summon some crap. Let's summon hundreds of crap, actually, almost an exact 100 of crap, and it's starting out alright. We got a 5-star, we got 2 5-stars, we're doing good. What I mainly need from this is a little bit of shadow food. Now that can be just straight up 5-star shadow food, but it can also be, actually more what I need is the 4 stars of the shadow faction. So I can use those to fuse up food 5s, to fuse up a 6-star, and make another 9-star. But everything else we get is obviously going to get used as well. I need buttloads and buttloads and buttloads of food to make it to at least a half E3 team is my minimum requirement. I'm going to get 3 heroes to E3 this season 100%. I'd like to get 4 or 5, but you just never know. You just never know how that's going to go. So we'll see, obviously, as the seasonal progresses, if that's going to be realistic. I don't know. I just don't know. We're getting a couple dark heroes popping in. Dark Arthidol. Ooh, a scary. Not using him this season because you can't. Wow, that was a 4-bomb straight out the gate. Felt pretty good. I was like, holy crap. This could be a once-in-a-lifetime open, but it wasn't. It wasn't once in a lifetime, but it was still pretty decent. I think I have enough to 10-star Sleepless if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I don't need to 10-star Sleepless. Not this season. This season's going to be all Forest, so Sleepless doesn't really fit into an all-Forest team. Now does he? He does not. So how are we looking now on our fodder over here in this area? So we literally picked up 0 4-stars of the Shadow faction. Not even 1, it doesn't look like. So that means the Wrathmobile must do something like replacing stuff. We'll replace a 4-star, I guess. That seems like a decent idea, because I can't, there's no fusing happening. And it's okay, because I've got 4,000 twigs. I can do some replacing. We'll do it on eeny, meeny, miny, this guy. We're looking for anything that I can get 3 of, so I believe that'll actually, probably won't work. Watch it not work. I would only have 1 Lutz. The one time in my life where there's only 1 Lutz, it's right now. Well, that's fantastic. Let's try that again. But this time, let's go for one of the knight-looking dudes. How about that? Like the Bone General. Exactly what I think I needed, perhaps. Yes, I've got Bades and Dominators, so that should work. 'Cause I can never keep it straight which one uses which. Yes, Dominator uses this guy, and Bade uses the Nightmare Knight. For future reference, we now know that. Let's go ahead. I'll forget it next time anyway, but whatever. It's there. It's there for now, so let's take advantage. And it doesn't matter. just pick one and go with it. There we go. Here we are. We got our 5-star food. Let's go ahead and get our 6-star built. I've actually got enough to go ahead and 10-star this guy. Not you, not you, not you. This would be something normal people just crap their panties about if you did this on like a normal server. Like, oh my god, what are you doing with your life? But this is seasonal, so it doesn't matter, and I can do horrible things like that, and it works for me. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take up, it looks like, Dominator or Field. We'll do Field. We'll take Field up to 9. Why not? Feed out a 9-star Field. And this should allow us to get our Eddga all the way up to the E3 level. I really want to test him out at E3. I'm actually kind of excited because I've tested Eddga out before at E3, before he got the change, where he was mainly building crit damage, and he did pretty decent. I've seen some people drop about 300 million damage with their Eddga versus Walter Marauders, which seems about right, being as he has the class advantage of Forest over Shadow, but also because, well, I guess that would be the only big reason. I don't know. It seems like the only good reason, but that's the thing. But yeah, with class-specific arties and the faction advantage, I've seen 300 million damage coming from Eddga, which is pretty solid damage for PvE. I'd be curious to see how this new Eddga does that doesn't scale crit damage, but instead scales attack. So we're going to see how that pans out for him. We are now ready to start bumping up some stuff. Let's go ahead and get these 4 in here like bam. No matter what happens, we should be able to make this a thing. I do believe. Yeah, we're definitely 100% good right now. Yep. I'm tired, so I got to make 100% sure I'm not clicking the wrong buttons. I have literally done that before. I have built the wrong 9-star. Like I thought I was building, like this guy's like, oh, I got him leveled up, and I started putting like the fodder into him. I was like, oh my god, I never had another copy for him. Or I had the other copy and I fed it to him, and that's just never a good feeling. When you're like, I'm so stupid. But it happens. It absolutely happens to the best of us. So I guess, I don't know, that shouldn't include me, but it does. Here we go. We've got all the 9-star foods a man could ever want and or need. Boom. So let's get to it. Let's get to making Eddga a hot 10-star Eddga. We've got the Eddga copies, my friend. That is not a problem at all. We'll throw a Dragon Slayer in his food. We'll throw a Field in as his food. Let's get this guy up to the hot 10-star level. Boom! He grows like 400 pounds between 9-star and 10-star. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. I absolutely do love it. Gotta look at it. Gotta look at it happen in real time. Little Eddga got some decent looking shoulder pads going on. And then Big Daddy Eddga. He like legit put on like a ton right there. It's great. Absolutely fantastic. But here we go. We got him up to 200. And now, how much promotions? Cowboy in the Wilderness. I never noticed that was the name of the actual skin. BT dubs. It looks pretty cool. I'd be down with that. But yeah, we've got 10. We'll have to refresh the server probably once to get some of our foods back. I need to use one of you light or darks' food for this time. Let's go ahead and get you built up to E1. Bam. Now we gotta go E2. I should be able to go straight into it. I believe I've got enough of the good stuff left over. I sure do. Let's get him up to E2. Now, we're gonna have to go back and reboot the server because people ask me all the time, like, Wrath, how do you get your promotion stones back? Like, that's weird. It only happens when you're fusing up 7-star plus units. I don't know if it happens on official. I haven't tested it enough over there. I do it a lot, obviously, in seasonal. But you see it's not giving my promotion stones back, even though I used a lot of fodder to upgrade from 7-star plus, or in this case from 9-star plus. A lot of 10-star units and 9-star units have went into food. Well, only 9 stars so far. And that should give you a chunk of promotion stones back. It doesn't always do it. Usually it doesn't do it, actually, for me. So what I have to do is go in here and then just reboot the server, like so, and it's going to go ahead and refresh and give me back those promotion stones it was supposed to give me before, but it didn't actually do it. We also grabbed our Punisher staff, which is fantastic, and we also got some other stuff in there as well, so let's snag that out too. Why not snag it all and open this? Oh, useless for me, but I'll take it. It's okay. Here we go. We should be good to go now. Absolutely 40,000 left. We need a 10-star food. We has no 10-star food, but we actually do has a 10-star food. I've got Honor Guard here sitting ready to go. Got the 6-star food, got the 9-star B-Rog. Boom City. Boom City, 10-star Honor Guard, looking hot, looking pretty good. I was going to build him this season, but I decided not to. Dude, he glows. Like, he has a really glowy glowness about him. I like it. I like it, Honor Guard. You're looking good. I don't know. Something you guys may not know about Eddga, alright? You might not know this, but he can fly. He can fly! It's amazing. Absolutely the best unit in the game. He flies. It's great. He's a flying rhino. Coolest thing ever. Totally unimportant. Here we go. Let's get this guy at the 10 stars. Knock it out. Finish it good. Boom City. E3 Eddga hath been builteth. And now we've got to get him 90 levels up. I'm sure we've got enough to do this. We're definitely good on spirit and gold because I've been slacking off. So I've got plenty of backorder loot, which is great. That's the good part about slacking off. When you start slacking back on, you've got the resources to make things happen. So there, wow, we actually ate through a gigantic buttload of that spirit. I almost didn't quite make it, but we absolutely did make it because that's what we do. I've got him with a double crit stone right now. Being that he's going to scale attack with this passive here, every time he uses his basic attack, he's going to boost his attack by 30% with no round limitation on it. I feel like scaling up his crit is going to be a decent idea because his attack's going to constantly build higher, so as he continues to crit with those higher attack boosts, he's going to hit harder and harder. So we're going to run this guy with the good old-fashioned trifecta of damage boosting. Mightiness for the 8% flat attack, violent attack for more crit and crit damage to boost his criticals even more, and then also at the very end, boop, spell control. These are my 3 favorite enables for just raw damage because they do the most raw damage. However, in a lot of situations, you can't run all 3 of these enables in the private server due to different factors like boss having crowd control can change what you run in there and stuff like that. Or if the boss just hits really freaking hard, obviously going raw damage means you'll actually do less damage because you'll get killed, and that's bad news. Nobody likes to get killed. But what we can do today, we've got 200 million gold. Okay, it's a thing. Absolutely a thing. Let's go ahead and make you naked. Let's go ahead and make you naked. And let's also make... Who else do we need to make naked? We'll make you naked for a quick second. How about that? He doesn't mind being naked. He's Eddga. He's all about being naked. So here we go. I have no idea where that came from. It's just a thing. It's totally a fact. If you don't believe me, look it up. Eddga likes being naked. I don't know. I don't know where we're going with that. But anyways, let's get this done. Fuse up the 6-star set. I'd like to have a 6-star set. And I'm going to try something a little different with this Eddga because I don't really need him to be super duper tanky. Like as you see on my dude here, he's got the full set of warrior gear. Is that an EP? I don't know what an EP is. Apparently it's a kind of weapon. But I was kind of looking around on him, and I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking, peeps. I'm going to go 3-piece 6-star gear, 1-piece warrior gear for my Eddga to try to get a good solid boost to his attack. But also, because I think it's going to give him a good boost to his attack. So that's entirely what I'm going for. I'm going to choose the necklace in this case because it gives him attack, but also control immune. Whereas if I did something like the weapon, which does have double attack, it gives me block as the extra passive, which I don't really feel like I need. I feel like it's going to be better to run this instead. So we're going to go ahead and make the warrior's necklace to grab some control immunity, like so. We're going to go ahead and take you, and we're going to put this on, like, just one equip it, probably. Boop. Absolutely can one equip it. Ooh, the Punisher staff. That would be pretty nasty on him, too. That could be real nasty on him, actually. 92,000 attack, and this does not take into account the fact that my Eddga is not in his position. If you guys don't know about that, Eddga's... Is he the only hero? He's got to be one of the only heroes in the game. My brain is kind of fried right now, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he's the only hero with a positional advantage. So if you put Eddga in the back line, he gains attack, crit damage, and precision. But if you put him in the front line, he gains health and block. So if you put him in the front, he's more of a tank. You put him in the back, he's more of a damage dealer. So this 92,000 attack is him without that extra 30% damage buff. Plus, he's going to be constantly stacking an attack boost. That's what I want him for. 1.7 million HP isn't a ton of HP, but I don't need him to have a ton of HP. That's not what I'm going for right now. I don't believe... Let's take a... I better probably make these guys unnaked, even though it doesn't really matter probably that much. I don't know. Makes me feel better about things. We'll do a boss fight for sure. Now that we got him up to E3 and I'm feeling really good about him, that's not the right button. This is the button. This is not the right button. I'm getting there. I promise we're going to get there today. It's going to happen. Here we go. I've already done 2 battles against this boss, and I sucked both battles because all I had was an E1 Faceless and an E3 Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer is great for staying alive, not so much for doing heavy damage. As you can see, in 2 battles, I pulled about 20 million, so that's about 10 million per time. This is 2 molasses left that I know of, so I guess I could. What I could do. What a feller could do is he could go in here and boost this up, and we could draw a couple different conclusions doing it that way. We could try and see what the crit staff itself does versus the the class-specific artifact. I'm assuming, I don't know about Eddga. It might be a close one. We'll see. How many points do I have down here? At 5,000, so that's enough. We can make it happen. We can get this thing to maxed out. The only reason I'm maxing this out, I mean, it's for an Abyss hero. I'm not building Abyss at all this season, but I absolutely do plan to have an artifact that boosts my damage versus Rangers because that's kind of important. I like to have at least one for every faction if I possibly can do it in a season. That's what I go for because it's going to help you boost your damage to bosses the most in most cases. So there we go. We got the Ranger artifact all the way up for my Eddga, the double crit stone. He's rocking 35% crit chance and 57% crit damage. However, his passive is going to give him 50% more crit damage, so over 100% crit damage. And when he falls below 80% health, if he does, he'll gain crit chance from that. But also his enables is going to give him, that is the wrong button, actually, it was the right button, but whatever. He's going to get another 15% crit chance and 25% crit damage. So he should be around 130% crit damage and about 50% crit chance after round 4. So hopefully we can get some nasty numbers out of Eddga. We're going to see. This is the first time I've run Eddga at E3 since the change. Oh, I'm so close. So close to getting the deer up one more. Deer is obviously not ideal for raw damage, if you guys didn't know that. It's decent. It boosts your armor for survivability, your damage reduction, some healing, which is always nice. It's just not going to be something like the wolf, who's going to give you extra damage to bleeding targets, or the griffin, who's going to reduce damage reduction and boost your attack. I don't have a raw damage monster, so my damage numbers won't be what they could be, but they should still be pretty decent. So that's where we're going to jump in, and we're going to try to smash a little bit of booty right here, and hopefully booty gets smashed. Also, our aura is going to give us 5% more crit to make those crits a little bit more likely. We're going to run this first attack just like it is, and I'll probably swap on the crit-based artifact and try to do another test. I know it'll use up all my guild boss fights, but who cares? We'll get more later. We'll absolutely get more later. So I want to see. Oh, wow. These molasses are kind of pooping on the Heart Watcher. That makes me a little sad inside. Yeah, Heart Watcher's down, so that's going to hurt my damage output probably a decent amount. And I might actually have to upgrade my Eddga to have resilience or something, because he's looking like he's taking a little more damage than I fear. Oh, wow. Wow. He's getting kind of pooped on. He's dead. He's absolutely dead. These molasses just took a big fat turd on my Eddga. They just literally pooped all over his soul. I didn't think they were doing that much damage. Boy, was I wrong. They were doing quite a bit of damage. Probably should have paid more attention to that. So it looks like raw damage Eddga must be changed to let's not die Eddga. Seems like a decent plan. They did nerf resilience again, which I'm not 100% sure why this private server keeps doing that. It's not overpowered at all. I mean, I guess you could see it on some heroes being a little strong. But I don't know, like, you really have like a trillion enables here that are grossly overpowered for certain things, but resilience is the one that keeps getting hit. I don't know. Its thing. We're going to throw it on there, try to keep him from dying. I'm not going to change the artifact out for reduced damage. I just don't feel like I should. But what I will do is I'm going to change up my Dragon Slayer here to let's make him more of a debuffer. Breaking some attack when he does attack. Do I want to drop that extra HP? Ooh, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Look around. Where's the basic attack? That's basic attack. I want to get when I hit. When I'm hit. There we go. Let's reduce some crit when we get punched on. For Faceless, obviously that's not going to help you because it's just not. Let's find something else for her. Perhaps a something to boost survivability. Guardian Spirit sounds decent. That seems okay. We can try it like this. A little bit more defensive enable setup going on. So let's revisit ye old molassa, and hopefully this time not get pooped on and feel like a turd. Actually, what we could do, what's a good quick way to get some freaking monster bloods? I'm like 200 away. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on that stinking place. Auto Battle Drop and Brave Trial store. Well, guess what? It's not in the Brave Trial store. That's a dirty lie. There's actually 2 pages, but you can't scroll the pages, so take from that what you will. That's the only place to get monster blood really quick that I can think of right now. Maybe Celestial Island? Yeah, you're not going to get 200 monster blood from this. Ain't going to happen. So that's sad. I just wanted to get the monster upgraded, maybe that little extra boost, because I could almost immediately max out the last passive to boost the crap out of my survivability. But that's okay. It's alright. We'll just run it like it is. We'll run it like it is. Like I said, we've got plenty of the time. We can make things happen. So let's try this one more time. Uno mas. Don't get beat up, please. Alright? Don't kill my Eddga. I felt really sad about that. Let's see. If we break their attack enough, their dots won't hit as heavy. That's the idea. Plus, with resilience, Eddga won't die as easy, hopefully. That's the idea. He has decent self-sustain, hopefully. I was counting on it, but he's kind of getting pooped on. Here we go. Oh, he's still kind of getting hurt really bad. Oh. He's all right. He might make it a little longer this time. He's still getting hurt pretty bad. He doesn't have the HP totals that Dragon Slayer has. Luckily, his heals are pretty decent. But man, these molasses, they're kind of tearing into him pretty good. 4 million damage. He's hitting decently hard. As long as I can keep him from just bleeding out to death. He's dead. That's it for him. He did make it a lot longer in this time, so he pulled about 31 million. Not crazy damage, but you also got to keep in mind my Heart Watcher's dying at like round 1. I have no armor removal in my team, and also if your Heart Watcher dies that quick, she can't stack her damage buff, which her damage buff stacking is weaker on the private server than on official, so you might be like, whoa, that's weird, but it's a thing. So Eddga's definitely carrying the team damage-wise in this case, but not crazy. Not a crazy amount of damage coming in. The molasses are hitting way harder than I figured they would. What boss are we on? It's only 46. I don't know. I'm getting pooed on. I'm doing okay, I guess. I'm feeling better about myself. I'll tell you that much. I mean, I did triple my damage, I guess you could say. I went from doing 10 million per attack to doing 30, so that's not bad boost for one E3 unit. Like I said, I still have a little bit like a skill damage I can bump on him, a little bit of block to bump on him, things like that. And block would actually come in handy a little bit in this case because block's a little more useful on the private server. But that's not bad. I'm okay with that. If we want to try PvP, because that's just a sad area for Wrath. It's actually an incredibly sad area for Wrath, but we can try some. We can do a little bit of PvP. Actually, if we're going to do that, we got to change your enables up, my bud. You don't need basic attack. You need the HP Zors. You need to be up there at that 5 million HP and almost impossible to kill. That's what you need to be. If you're going PvP, let's get that Punisher Staff. I wanted to test that out versus the guild boss, but, fate would not have it to be so. For PvP, my enable system is not going to work very well. Spell control, generally not very useful in PvP. Let's give him some extra HP to try not to die. Wow, he doesn't got a... His HP buff is not beautimous. It is not pretty at all. I don't know. After round 4 seems like a stretch. It just seems like a stretch. What could we do instead? Try to keep him from getting... We could do... I know what we could do. We could do something like... Am I missing it? I must have passed it up. Look with your eyes, Wrath, not with your... There you go. Bam! Eyes! Damage reduction. Give him some damage reduction. Might help him stay alive. And we're going to go ahead and swap Faceless over to an old Trolley perk, which I kind of like. And that is this right here. Curse of Death. It's really nice for your weaker enabled units if they get killed really quick. It definitely helps your team out because if they give a chance to crowd control the enemy team, and as my team has literally 0 crowd control in it, that's going to be a vital enable for me to do any kind of damage in PvP because I am not built for it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? We're going to look at this guy, E3 Karim. Now, I'm not going to lie. Before I had E3 Eddga, this guy would beat my team at 1,000,000 power all day. I couldn't kill the Karim. He'd heal more than my Dragon Slayer could put out in damage, and that's just the way it happened. I just end up not killing him, and he wouldn't kill me, and I would lose because of a tie. I don't know if changing in, getting that Eddga in here is going to make a difference. But we're going to try and see if it will. I don't know, but we'll see. The bad thing about Karim is as he kills units, he gets stronger, which means he gets better and better at nuking your team, which is obviously not ideal. Ooh, holy ballsack. Get in there, Eddga. Just go poop on the guy, why don't you? I like that. I'm all about that noise. Get in there. It feels good. Feels good not to die immediately. Even Faceless showing some damage out there. That's what I'm talking about, though. Eddga kind of took a big fat turd on that dude, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. See if this guy, he's looking a little bit better. He's got more of a PvP lineup with the Queen. Queen's going to be kind of nasty for Eddga because she reduces crit. And Demon Hunter for crowd control, plus the Karim. We'll try it out. I'm not super optimistic about this one, but you never know. You never know unless you... Ooh, you had an energy artifact on Karim. That's strange. You don't see that a lot. Really. Hey, if you want to do it, do what you got to do. It's thing. It's going to be a thing. So we're doing all right. Team's not dead. Dragon Slayer probably won't die. It's really hard to kill him. But if he can't kill the enemies and everybody else dies behind him, that's just how it ends. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it goes. So, the enemy Karim is getting kind of tough. Faceless is down. Did not get a... Oh! Get nuked on. My Faceless's freeze didn't proc, and I was a little butthurt about it. But then Eddga was like, you know what? Everybody just calm down. I got this. I'm a big flying rhino. I can deal with it. And he absolutely did. He just took a big dump on that. It makes me happy when people do that. This guy got rocking a Dominator. An E2 Dominator. It must be fought. It must be fought. E3 Dragon Slayer as well. Hopefully we can take it down. I would assume we could. But you just never know. Sometimes they just out-tank you. It absolutely happens. Hopefully not this time, though. I don't have any really great... Well, I guess I'm not going to lie. Eddga's kind of a super nuke now, and the longer the battle goes, like people trying to out-tank me with their Dragon Slayers, it's just going to actually make my Eddga do more damage. Because as Eddga, goes longer in the rounds doing basic attacks, he just constantly boosts his attack. So I feel like the old try to out-tank your enemy strat's not going to work versus the Eddga dude. Might not be a thing. One thing I do want to see is how well Gory's team is doing now. He's the leader of SM, and he has the most cancer team I have ever seen in a seasonal. It's disgusting what he's built. It's crazy effective, but it's just so trolly. Eddga's just kind of pooping on people. I like it. I'm liking the Eddga. And actually, Faceless is doing moderately decent. If you guys are wondering where Gory is, he should be right here in the top 15-ish area. He was earlier. Uh-oh, did he get knocked out, or am I just missing his name? He was up here. He was totally up here. I missed it with my eyeballs. Maybe he did get pushed down a little bit. Somebody farmed Gory down to 28. But look at this team. Look at this team. E3 Corpse Demon, 10-star Bade, E3 Bade, E2 Bade. It's just unbelievable. So many Bades going on right now. It's disgusting. But watch how fast he kills my team. Ooh, give me all that. Give me that heart. Delicious. I saw him up here. We'll try to versus this guy, but just watch. You're just going to see it happen. He is going to poop on Elrath. I can see it happening right meow. Because those Bades are no joke. He has energy artifacts on all of his Bades. Well, there goes my Eddga. There goes Eddga round one, absolutely. Yep, he's dead. That's not good news. It's not good news. Like, as soon as they get their skills, we might be able to outdo him this time, though, maybe. Because after round 4, I believe Bade loses some of his damage. That corpse team won't die, though. We can't kill it. And since we lost our Eddga that quick, there's no hope. There's no hope for old Rathy. This guy's team is just ridiculous. The Corpse Demon, almost unkillable with the Bades. They put those marks on your dudes, and that's it. They're done. Once the marks set in, it's over. Yep, he's slowly... It takes a lot to bring down an E3 Dragon Slayer, I'm not going to lie, to actually kill one. Especially if you're not using something like Heartwatcher. But yeah, there he goes. He pooped on me a little slower than I expected him to poop on me. But it definitely happened. Alright, it absolutely happened. Those Bades dropped some nasty damage. And like I said, since my Eddga has the highest attack, I believe that's who they target now since they got changed. Is the enemy with the highest attack, right? With the active skill? Yeah. Enemy with the highest attack takes the damage, decreases their attack, and then receives the mark for 1,000% of his attack as damage. I don't think he has it in chat. He shared it with me the other day. His bait has like 248,000 attack at E3. It's absolutely stupid amounts of attack. But it's interesting. It's an interesting team comp. You don't see a lot of pure cheese teams like that, but he's rocking it, and he's tearing it up. He's staying in the top 30 in Arena. He's been doing really well with it. But that's pretty much all I want to do today. We got our 100 summons out of the way, built our E3 Eddga, test him a little bit. What I really want to do, though, before we go, let's do one Broken Spaces battle, just because I kind of want to see what he can do when he's not getting crowd controlled or literally just murdered by, death, because nobody likes that. We're going to rock the power enable setup, try to get him as strong as possible, and then we'll sign off after that, and we'll call it a day. So here we go. I don't believe these wee baby dudes are going to kill my team off. If they do, I'm just a sad person, and that shouldn't happen, but it does sometimes. They're going to hit the backline units. I do believe they both do that on this boss. So that's why the weak guys are in the front 2 spots. They don't need to get hit. I want more active skills in the back line, so that's where they're at. Should be good. Should be good. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some decent damage out of Eddga. We have no Griffin monster, though, so we're not going to be able to take that reduced damage that the Broken Spaces bosses natively have, which is a little sad. Again, we still have no armor stripper for the team, so that does hurt a little bit. That ought to be a stinking enable. Of all the enables we have on the private server, there's not a single one that removes armor. They're all centered around, like, dots and this and that. Like, you've got everything else in the game pretty much covered except for armor. You just don't have it. So that'd be kind of nice. But whatever. Not a huge deal. 1.37 million damage on Eddga's basic attack, and that's only at round 6. We've got a lot of rounds left to go. I'm really curious to see what he gets up into his active skill, because he's going to be constantly building not only attack now, but also skill damage. That was 11 million damage. That's not bad. I'm okay with this. This Eddga's looking like he's actually hitting pretty decent. If he doesn't crit, though, obviously his damage will go way down, because he's got, like 100-something% crit damage, which does make a big difference in your damage output, obviously. See what this active is. 14.8 on the crit. I didn't see the uncrit because it was a smaller number. And the bright numbers popped out to me. We should get one more skill off here at the end. Hopefully we'll crit on that as well, because that's going to be obviously the highest amount of damage he's going to hit. Let's see. Let's see what he comes out with. 19 million apiece. Not bad. Not bad for not having a single armor-removing unit in my team, or the monster designed to remove reduced damage, because that, believe it or not, does boost your damage by an absolute butt ton. 128 million isn't super insane, but being that 100 million came from Eddga, not bad. And again, remember, there's no class-based artifact on. I wasn't using an assassin-based artifact, which I could have been. Oh, these are assassins too, aren't they? He does do extra damage to assassins. Something to keep in mind there. But like I said, no Sigmund. Heartwatcher's been nerfed as well, so she doesn't stack her damage like she used to. So the old 300 million Eddga, that was back when Heartwatcher boosted your damage by 3 times, or 300%, 4 times. Now she only does 150%, so half as good as she used to be, which is a little sad. But still, I can get behind that. Running 2 Eddgas at 100 million apiece, that'll be pretty decent for me. I can get behind that. I'm just sad about I'm using the deer monster. I feel like it's a good choice. I feel like the deer monster is a good choice. When I get it max, it's going to help me survive more in those harder boss fights. But sometimes you just really miss that damage reduction strip from the Griffin and the extra attack boost, because it does make a big difference in your damage numbers. What are you going to do? You can't have it all. You can't have super tank ability and super damage, so we're going for tank ability this time around. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Let's go ahead and swap over our emblem before we go out of here. Get the... Oh, wait. I was like, where's he at? Bam. Eddga. Represent the Eddga. But that's me for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please make sure, smash that thumbs up button and show your support. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well, and tell your friends about it, because that definitely helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one.